Yeah, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. Today we're here to talk about the NBA 2K HQ app. Now, I wanted to give you guys my first impressions because we spent over 5 hours on stream with this app last night. If you guys want to check out that stream, you can. We made a bunch of builds. We also messaged people that were on our friends list. We did a whole bunch of stuff with inside the app. But as far as my first impressions go, I'm just going to go ahead and get it out the way. I believe that this launch was a failure simply because they gave the entire 2K community a time when the app would drop. And then there was a most likely like a 8-hour, almost 9-hour delay between the app actually being put inside the Apple Store and other Google Play stores and things of that nature to the app actually working correctly. So even today, which I don't have a watch on, but it's past 12 p.m. on the 22nd, and the app is still having bug issues, which we'll go over in this video. But I want to also let you know, if there is anybody out there that is trying to get this app, that is trying to find a way to even open up the NBA 2K HQ app, there are 2 ways you can do this. The first way will be obviously go to my Twitter, scan the QR code that I have. I made a random build, like some overkill build for layups and mid ranges. If you scan that QR code from your phone's camera and you have the app already installed, it'll allow you to bypass the bug of the spinning wheel of death. Okay. Now, the second way, if for all those people who don't have the app, I also have a video on my Twitter on how to actually download the app, but I'm going to go ahead and say it here. The first thing is you want to go to whatever your app store is. You want to type in NBA space 2K. Once you go and search that, you can choose any application that NBA 2K has ever made. You click that app, you scroll a little bit until you see the term 2K developer. That means that all of the apps that 2K has ever developed, you'll see there. And obviously, NBA 2K HQ is their latest release. So if you don't have the app, that's the way to get it. If you have the bug, you want to go over to my Twitter and scan the QR code immediately. Matter of fact, I'll drop the QR code on this video as well somewhere. But also, just to let you guys know, all the time that we spent inside the app, we realized that the app is lacking in some of the features that, of course, the main game will have. I'm actually going to pop up on screen the actual app itself and just scroll with you through it. But I also want to let you know, 2K hasn't really said too much after they made their huge announcement about the app being delayed within the App Store. But what I did see is that they do have a landing page on their Twitter for you to be able to download the app. But a lot of people were telling me that that link to that landing page wasn't working correctly. So please make sure you follow the instructions and the little tutorials that I just gave. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the app for a moment. When you come into the app, the first thing that you're going to notice is that you have to log in with your respected console. The console that you need to log in with could be your PlayStation, your Xbox, your Steam, or your Nintendo Switch 2. Now, after logging in, which is another huge issue because for whatever reason, Sony especially has something called passkey. It's linked to our iPhones. It allows us to get into our apps with our faces. We don't have to worry about a 2-step verification. We don't have to worry about a code getting sent to our emails. We can get into any app with our passkey via our face. For whatever reason, most likely probably because this is a brand new app and 2K probably isn't trusted that well, there is a bridge that is disconnected between you being able to use your passkey that you created with Sony on the PS app and actually getting into the NBA 2K HQ app. Now, what some of us have done is when we get the little QR code on our phones with the numbers under the QR code, we hurry up and go into our emails via our computers, our iPads, whatever the case may be. We stay on the actual app itself. We stay on the app on our phones and we go elsewhere to find the email and proceed to sign in on another device while using the number that is on our phones. That's like one of the only ways to get into the actual app signing in wise to bypass the passkey bug. Now, once you get there, the biggest thing that we've seen is that you have to create a new 2K account, which means to me, everyone who knows the My NBA 2K app, that app is officially dead. That app will probably no longer cease to exist. They're probably going to take it off the market, mainly because they used to have to make that app every single year. It used to have to be updated every year with the new stuff on the game. So that means that all of us have to accept new terms of service. We have to accept new privacy rights. We have to do all of that. So for everybody that is scared, like, oh my God, I'm going to lose all of my stuff because of this mobile app, all of my great things, it's still linked to your console of choice. So all of your data that's on your console in the cloud, it's just literally being moved over to the HQ app. Obviously, 2K hasn't hinted on us keeping VC. They haven't hinted on us keeping our items. They haven't hinted on us keeping anything from the previous games except our plates. Now, obviously, if you are linking your console to the HQ app, that means that whatever plate you had on 2K26, most likely it's linked to your console and it's going to move over to 2K27. And this is the way that they're getting everyone to do it because it's mobile, it's fast, and it's starting to collect data already on us and what we're doing. The biggest two things that I want you to make sure you do. When you open up the app, I want you to make sure that you tell the app to not allow to track whatever you're doing. Don't track your location. Don't track your what would I say? I would probably say like the things that you're doing in the app, in other apps, don't allow 2K to track that because it's just another marketing scheme and stuff like that. So don't allow all of that to track your data and all of those things. Make sure you turn those two things off immediately. I'm a very private person, so I don't even allow Siri to track my voice or listen in on the conversations I have simply because of those type of things, because I don't want to go on to Instagram. And I just had a conversation with my homie about LeBron James and him being the greatest player over Jordan, me and him arguing back and forth, to then going on Instagram and seeing nothing but LeBron James and Jordan highlights for the next 15 minutes while I'm scrolling. Those are the type of things that happen when you allow these apps to track whatever you got going on. Another thing, the builder. My impressions on the builder. This is the meat of the video, obviously. My impressions on the builder is that it is incomplete simply because we don't see how we can create our synergies and stuff like that in our fuse badges. That stuff is not inside the app. The app itself really shows attributes, badges, build glossary, all of those things, but it's missing that synergy factor because essentially it's not the console. Now, I'm gonna be real. I'm not super mad about that. I am happy that I do get a jump start on figuring out what works with what builds and things of that nature, so I can kind of get a gist of where I want to be on the 26th of August. And if you didn't know, 2K will be dropping the game 2 days earlier than they anticipated. So it is no longer the 28th. It is now the 26th. What else is on the list? Dunking. Borked. I'm going to go ahead and say it to you like this, and I'll show you on the app in a moment after this statement. If you want to be a premier dunker and a premier shooter, whatever position you're at, you have to be the lowest heights of most of those build heights. So how should I say? PGs got to be super short with long wingspan. Shooting guards, short, long wingspan. Small forwards, short, long wingspan. Power forwards, short, long wingspan. Centers, you won't be able to get zip code. You're probably wondering what zip code is. Zip code is the new bomber badge. There will be no 7-footers in NBA 2K27 that will be able to get bomber, zip code, whatever you want to call it. simply because it's something that 2K must have worked in. I went minimum height, minimum wingspan on every 7-footer in the game. They cannot get a 91 3 ball. And oh, by the way, 91 3 ball is the new premise of getting that zip code takeover, okay? But let's go ahead and look into the app. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the builder and things of that nature. And then if the app allows me to, I'll show you guys messages and things of that nature, okay? Okay, so now that we have the app open, real quick to all of my content creators out there, just a little gem. If you have an iPhone and you want to showcase your builds and things of that nature online, on stream and stuff like that, you're going to want to go ahead and get this splitter from Apple. It's a HDMI to Lightning with another Lightning port to actually charge the device. This is from Apple, so it really don't cost that much, if I'm being honest. So if you already have a capture card like an Elgato or something like that, this is where this wire goes. It goes directly into your Elgato for a seamless way of moving your phone. Like it's literally seamless. Okay, so to all my content creators out there, that's for y'all, little gem. Now let's talk about the builder for a moment. Let's talk about this build that I created. This is a build from basically NBA 2K26 that I had to bork, basically. So if anybody has ever seen the Joe No 6'8" speedy offensive build, this is that build, but it's 3 inches shorter. Yup. For all of you guards out there, all of you 6'8" shooting guards and stuff like that, in order for you to get premier dunking and premier shooting on your build, you have to be 3 inches shorter. Now, granted, 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", that's cool and all, but for whatever reason, 2K just not letting it go down. And I'll explain to you what I mean by that. So if you look at this, I have an 88 drive and dunk. If you put cat burgers into that, obviously it will become a 93 that will allow you to get more dunk packages. If you notice, I have a 91 3-point shot. That is the baseline for zip code, for bomber, whatever the kid, whatever you want to call it, right? And my mid range is currently at a 90. If I put cat burgers in to go to 95, then I will have all of the premier mid-range badges and things of that nature. And then, of course, I'll be able to fuse them and stuff like that. Perimeter defense is at an 84, which is pretty good, but it is going to have to go up if I want better lockdown type badges at the shooting guard position. My steal is a 54, which can also go up. I'll show you inside the app. All of this stuff inside the app is able to be shown. So I'll show you the badges, the cat breakers, all of that, right? Pass sack, ball handle, speed with ball, all in the mid to high 80s. My speed and agility is in the mid to high 80s as well. So at 6'5", you may be thinking like, okay, we already know that smaller guards 6'3" and under are super fast, but this build is somewhat fast for its size, but it can kind of still hold its own. It's a little scary that this build doesn't have strength, which always scares me because I like builds that have strength because I want to be able to body up somebody. And if I body them up, I can kind of somewhat run through them, being a bigger build. But this is a slinky 191-pound build. You're not going to get much out of this. Obviously, the standing dunking is at a 33. Again, I'm going to show you the cat burgers in a moment. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's see. Continue. Okay, so real quick, obviously, if you haven't seen the builder, this is what it looks like on mobile. All right, so this is what it looks like on mobile. You have the ability to reset your attributes. And of course, we're going to go into the builder glossary. You can check out jump shots, free throws, go-tos, all types of moves that you're supposed to have on your build. You can check them out here. You can check out dunks, all kinds of stuff, as well as playmaking moves, your dribble styles and all of those things. You can check all of this stuff out. All right. Now, obviously, we can't get that Ja Morant because they have it at under 6'5". So, it is what it is, but there's other dribble styles out here and stuff like that. But we're not here to talk about all of that. We're here to talk about the cat breakers for a moment. So if you notice, I could get a 94 driving dunk with this build. 93 is where I want to be, and I'll only have to spend 2 cat breakers. So that actually is helpful because it's only 2 cat breakers to get me to that premise that I need. As far as shooting goes, obviously, if I want to get a 95 3-pointer, I can, which I'll probably only really need a 93 maybe. I can get that 95 midi, which I want. Let's talk about playmaking for a moment. You can get a 90 pass hack, a 90 ball handle, and an 89 speed with ball. So there is possibilities in this building from it. As far as defense goes, you can go all the way up to a 77 interior, which we'll talk about wall up and all of those type of things. But just to let you know, like 77 interior is not that bad for this build. You can go to a 93 perimeter defense. Really 92 is kind of like all you need. So you'll only have to spend 4 cat breakers to get there. Okay. Steel, you can go all the way up to an 82 steel from a 54 steel. All right, you don't need to pack in steel when the build starts out. You can get that from the back end. Oh, also, just to let you know, you can go to a 65 standing dunk with the 6'5" build, a 65 standing dunk. All right. Obviously, we don't care about rebounding, so let's talk about physicals. You can get a 92 speed, a 92 agility, up to a 72 strength, which isn't that bad if you feel like your build isn't that strong. And of course, your vertical can go as high as God may take it to 92. Now, let's talk about the takeovers for a moment, right? Obviously, Navigator is a no-go for this build. So for all of my people that like to do layups out there, this is not the build for that. But airspace is going to be the bomb. You are going to be able to get airspace with this build. You're going to be able to fly over people, fly past people, fly through people, all kinds of things like that. I told you guys about the shooting badges. Let's talk about zip code for a moment. Extends effective shooting range, allowing deep shots to be treated as if taken from closer distances. Fire from further out without the penalty of the range, right? So Bomber is now zip code, and zip code requires you to have a 91 3-pointer. Okay, a 91 3-pointer. All right, what else do we have? Let me show y'all real quick. As far as animations go, right? Let me show y'all real fast. Let's see, where are we? Standing dunks. Okay, so obviously you need a 45 standing, you need a 40 standing, right? You need a 65 standing, right? And of course, this is a 70 standing, which you won't be able to get. And this is an 85 and an 80. So you will be able to get pro under basket rim pull-ups because you are 6'5". So remember, even last year, no 6'4" build could get standing dunks. We had to pick like some type of Klay Thompson or something. Like it was somebody's dunk package that allowed us to like launch a little bit, like while we were cutting from, you know, the wings or the corners or something like that for us 6'4" builds. So if you want to get standing dunks premier, you're gonna have to go 6'5". Okay, so 6'5" is a pretty good start, and obviously this is a shooting guard build, so you don't have to worry about being the primary ball handler, but you can get your shit off. You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and get your shit off. You know what I'm saying? Get right and stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think about the build. I'm gonna go ahead and pop up the QR code for you guys. So for anybody that is having trouble getting into the app, scan this. If you want to actually check out this build, save it, and make a couple changes to it, you can do that as well. Let me go ahead and back out. Okay, so it is currently syncing my build data. Now, this is a good place for me to talk about why, you know, my first impressions are the way that they are, that the app's launch is somewhat of a failure because it took hours for this app to drop. And we don't know what the testing was behind the app, but I do know there are probably hundreds of thousands of people trying to get into the app. Now, after that loading screen, you will see that I am online. I have my icon and everything like that. And a lot of my friends that are on my friends list already have 2KHQ accounts. So a lot of my friends are already on the app. already on the app. All right, so that just shows me that people are getting into the app and are creating their actual accounts. As far as login rewards, now I get 3 skill boost pairs because now I get the login for the second day. The first day I think they gave me like 50 VC or something like that, and then day 3 is going to be a 30-minute 2 XP coin, Gatorade boost, and then 120 for day 6. Now I need to let you know this. If you don't have this app, I would recommend getting it, because in order to hit that 40, that or whatever, level they're gonna have for their season pass, come here and get some free coins, because I know what the grind is like. You know what I'm saying? I know hitting level 40 for some people takes a million years, you know what I'm saying, all the way up to sometimes the last day of the season. So, you know what I'm saying, come here and get your daily rewards, obviously. And then they also have milestone rewards, but this one killed me. You have to log into this app 300 days straight in order to get a burrito mascot bundle. Now, I'm guessing that this burrito should not be in any season pass and only tied to this app. Okay, so if you're a daily grinder like that, you know what I'm saying, you can go ahead and get that. Now, what was I going to say? Like I was saying, obviously we all have apps that we like to use and things of that nature. And I can tell you right now that this 2K app is really on the slower side. You have to really, really be patient with it. You have to watch this scroll for sometimes up to 5 minutes. Sometimes it just takes that long to get back to one screen. But what I will say is, my homie Money Drop 'em Off, that was in my crew for 2K26, sent me a message on the app at 1 a.m. And I was able to, as soon as I woke up, the notification was there on my phone. I clicked it, waited probably about like 4 minutes, and then I was able to reply to him. I'm hoping that over the next week that they really, really work on this app, because in order for us to have a great experience with a almost up to $150 purchase and product, giving us something free to help us with communication, help us with builds, help us get login rewards and stuff like that. That's a really, really dope idea, really, really dope concept, but it's about the execution. And I believe that the execution is a little lacking, especially with the 8 to 9 hour delay of the app actually dropping publicly after they made an announcement on 2K Community Day that the app was going to be out 11 a.m. on the 21st, and it didn't drop until about maybe 8 p.m. that following night. So, it's just one of those things where we kind of got to like deal with it and stuff like that. And, as 2K gamers, it's what we sign up for. You know what I mean? Whatever is going to give us the best, advantage. Fans of basketball, all kinds of things. This is now the app that we have to deal with. So if you skip to the end of this video and you didn't watch any of the previous part of this video, I beg you, go back and watch, because I'm about to end this video and I no longer have any help for you guys. But make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you tell a friend about this video. Obviously, you just saw I finally got back to the screen, and I'm going to go ahead and click the Friends app. Not sure how long that's going to take me, but it looks like some messages are waiting on me. People see me online all the time. So if you get this app and you want to become my friend, just send me a message on PlayStation and then I'll add you as a friend, and we'll be able to talk through the app once it's fully functional and things of that nature. If you want to join my crew for NBA 2K27, you're going to have to join my Discord. You can go ahead and go into the description. My Discord link is there. It is open to everyone. I'm not sure how many members 2K will allow us to have for our crews this year, but I promise you, I will give everybody a shot to get onto the crew. Obviously, there will be some content that we'll be able to create from that, as far as 1v1s, 2v2s, tryouts, all different things like that. But I just want to have fun with you guys this year. It's not really about becoming the best, a legend, the best comp this, the most shots that, the highest percentage this. It's about me having fun with y'all. And that's all that I want to do. But until next time, I will see you guys in the next video, of course. And peace.
King Carter, King Carter, King Carter, Abba. King Carter, King Carter, King Carter, Abba. King Carter, King Carter.